Oh, Luke changed the whole rule of don't have attachments, so yes. Han and Leia's daughter-in-law. Nice. I think that's very reasonable of him, to be honest. I feel like it was a little bit unrealistic. Unrealistically idealistic, maybe, of the Jedi to kind of have that rule in the first place, just because humans will form attachments. Like, even like Buddhist monks who spend their entire lives like living in monasteries and training to not have attachments, it still takes like their entire lives of training to actually get there. So, you know, I feel like anybody who's interacting with the world as much as the Jedi supposedly are supposed to be, then it's not really gonna happen. At least not on an organization-wide scale, for sure. Can't say I blame Luke. We all know men are suckers for redheads. Fair. Fair. A little bit like Revan in that respect. What, the practicality or the redheads? Or both, I guess. Why do I have a feeling something is going to come out of those pipe-like things at me? Because it probably is.
Wait up. It might be dangerous.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, maybe they weren't pipe-like things. Maybe they were plants. Goes to show how well I could not see across the space. Real shit. Yep, that's the one. Oh boy. I know you're terrifying, but do you have to look so gleeful about it? I mean, jeez. Practicality. Luke's attachment. It's necessary to live balanced life. Balance in the Force. That makes sense. It also makes sense that Revan would agree with that. Though, to be fair, I could also see Revan going for the redheads. Yeah, really. Because I've done so well with these in the past. Excuse me. Stupid yawn. It's not bedtime yet. Just a second. I can't decide whether it looks more like a cross between an owl and a bat. All right. So fucking big. Wait, oops, that one was an accident. Ursula was brunette, wasn't she? I guess it could be like chestnut brown. Also, yeah, I forgot that Bastila was like the canon love interest for Revan, wasn't she? My Revan was female, so Bastila wasn't an option for me. Oh. It said something about, well, I failed to block that one. That's for sure. Good grief. I mean, he got pretty speared right there. It said something about using RS to switch targets. So I thought maybe it had multiple targets on it. But in trying to do that, I keep accidentally hitting both at the same time, which is the photo mode. Hey Jay, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you so much for the resub. 2 years, holy shit. Oh wait, no, 34 months. Holy crap. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope you've been doing well. Yes, photo mode is my rescue here. As someone who is very much used to playing RPGs with, at the very minimum, a tactical pause. These battles would be killing me if it weren't for accidentally going into photo mode occasionally. To the point where I finally figured out how to do it on purpose. And sometimes I do that, like just now, because this is going to take me a while, and I was not about to put off the thank you for the resub that long. How you been? It's so... Whoa.
Toss me one, BD.
Ow. That was insane. any of this thing's attacks blockable? Because I don't think I've managed to actually deflect anything yet. Uh-oh. I tried to jump over that. Nope.
Help, please.
We're not getting this one on the first try, boys. Nope. Hold on. Gotta give my head a quick break. Jesus. Let me catch up on chat real quick. 2 more months and it'll be 3 years. Yeah, that's crazy. It's very much appreciated. She was Raven's love interest canonically. Gotcha. Horrible work sucks. I'm sorry. Hey, Sweet Milk, how's it going? Does Star Wars game have the lightsaber feeling as KOTOR 1 and 2, or is it different? Somewhat. It definitely, at least to me, with the caveat that I'm not used to Souls-like games. I'm used to like normal story-based RPG levels of combat. It doesn't feel quite as powerful, especially as like the later in the game of the KOTOR ones. Like late game in both KOTOR games, you feel like a total badass. I have been informed just tonight that I'm probably over halfway through this game, and I'm pretty much only just starting to not get worried about a lot of the smaller enemies, and the bosses are still kicking my ass every single time, usually multiple times. But a lot of the supplementary stuff, like being able to slow the enemies, helps and also does feel pretty badass. So if that's kind of what you mean by the lightsaber feeling, then I guess somewhat. Just at a more of a combat challenge level, I guess. Hopefully that answered your question. At least as well as I can, anyway. Never seen you tense up so much. Yeah. Yep. I mean, first Souls-like and second game ever playing with a controller, so I mean, it probably would be harder with keyboard, to be fair, but um, do they let you change your lightsaber crystal color whenever you want this game? Not, I feel like whoever runs Star Wars right now saying some stingy shit. No, you're fine. You're fine. Part of the reason I have 18 plus in my rules is because I didn't want to have to worry about censoring my own language, so you're totally fine. I don't care. um, Technically not whenever you want, um, but you do collect different color lightsaber crystals. You just need to get to a workbench in order to change it out. And it's not just the crystals. You can change the whole design of the lightsaber. Like, basically, chests seem to only give appearance stuff as far as I can tell. I don't think I've opened it. I don't remember having opened a chest that gave me anything but an appearance thing. But there are, like, what is it? 3 emitter middle section. Yeah, 3 different parts of the lightsaber aside from the color of the blade that you can change the appearance of, and you can mix and match different styles, which I think is fun. You just have to be at a workbench in order to do it. You can change your character's poncho and BD's colors anytime. Except I guess in the middle of a boss battle. And you collect those through chests too. But so freely, yes, you just need the workbench to do it. And there are workbenches on all of the worlds, I think. Plus one on the ship. So it's not super rare. Like, I regularly pick up 1 or 2 new lightsaber parts between workbenches, but I also usually pass by at least 1 new workbench per stream, I would say, at a minimum. And I do play games pretty slowly, so, you know, that tells you anything about their frequency. To be fair, I only have 3 lightsaber colors, and I have most of the game. Somebody in chat correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I picked up the orange crystal early on, like Bogano, I think. I assume I already had the blue and the green ones. I was told, I'm pretty sure somebody said that I would find other colors, but they're definitely less common than all of the other appearance parts. Wonder if there are power crystals? In this game for the lightsabers? No, not really. At least not as far as I've seen. Purely cosmetic changes and skills. Like, there is a skill tree thing that increases lightsaber damage, but it's not like in KOTOR. Alright. Thank you guys for your patience. My hand tends to cramp up because I tend to death grip the controller. So when battles go on for a little bit or I'm moving a lot, I have to pause and, like, uncramp. I don't think the uncramping is going to save me here, but I can at least try, I suppose. I forgot to acknowledge that she's a marathon gamer. She takes her time up, but will finish gigantic RPGs. Exactly! Marathon gamer. I love that. I love that. Yes. The opposite of a speedrunner. We delve in all the corners and we read all the lore. We take our sweet time overthinking companion relationships and the like. Well, when given the choice. This game, there isn't really any of that part, but there's lore. But yes, I will, because I get sucked into the story too. So I have a hard time not finishing any like half decent RPG, and by half decent I mean remotely interesting story. I'm gonna have trouble putting down because I want more of the story, you know? All right. Mm. The fact that it hits backwards. So it took me a few tries to realize that when it turns red, I have to dodge the opposite direction from how I would usually dodge. Nope, there we go. I have to dodge the opposite direction from how I would usually dodge because it like backhands you. So even though I see it turn red and I respond, it took like half the battle for me to stop dodging the wrong direction. No power crystals in this game. The lightsaber changes are all just cosmetic. Do I do all the side quests too? Usually, yeah. At least all the ones I can access. A lot of RPGs, like depending on certain decisions, sometimes you can't. But I do try. And a common question for me to ask when I'm doing a first playthrough, which most of my playthroughs on stream are, because to me it's more fun to have that moment of discovery, like with chat, than by myself. If that makes sense. Somebody to share it with, you know. But a lot of times I will ask like about things like, is there a point of no return? Do I have to worry about locking myself out of anything here? Because I will try and do as many of them as I can. Some games, of course, are impossible to 100% in a single playthrough, but I do try. Nope, no power crystals, no like armor stats or anything either. It's all just skill tree, and then anything else is cosmetic. Oh, I can show you guys, anybody who is wondering. So, the poncho is the top part. We've been collecting all these different... It doesn't let you see the back, but some of them have kind of neat... Oh, of course it's too dark here. Some of them have kind of interesting patterns on the back. That was a terrible place to try and demonstrate, but you get the idea. And then outfit is basically just the color of the sleeves underneath. And then these are the skins we've picked up for BD so far. These two came with Deluxe Edition. And that's our ship. Currently rather angelic looking because we made a friend with a dragon bird on the last planet and it was cool looking. Actually can't make your lightsaber more powerful. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I get why, because that's not like... I don't know much about other Souls-like games, but I'm assuming it's a Souls-like thing, that they focus more on the combat abilities that you choose and like how you use them than on buffing you with gear, if that makes sense. All right, see if I can get this owl thingy again. Oh, I almost forgot. Last time I fought a boss, they gave me info after the first time I lost. I wonder... Oops. All the wrong buttons. Uh-huh. Okay, target... That's why they gave me the prompt about the target swap. Attack vulnerable areas. Blew Gorgara into the ground during her highlighted moments. When they say highlighted moments, do they mean when she turns red? Or do they mean when she's doing the flapping thing? Keep accidentally hitting the clip button. Sorry, there's some random clips. You're fine. No worries. It's all good. Maybe you'll accidentally get something good out of it. Who knows? If the Old Republic is anything like KOTOR 1 or 2, then I'll probably play it. Yeah. Also, just so you know, everyone doesn't do anything in the Twitch chat. Unless you just meant it for communication. But if you meant it to, like, tag people, it doesn't do anything. I say that Tam is a true Dragon Age fan. She met Sandal 3 years ago. Yeah, really. Actually... I started Dragon Age Origins 4 years and a month ago. So actually even longer. I started it in January of 2022. Damn. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. It also kind of feels like it's been longer, but such are the paradoxes of it being an adult, I guess. I don't know. How would you leave out all the powerful Jedi and Sith? Play as? You'd think true Star Wars lover, it's supposed to get better with every game? I would think that, except I'm imagining that probably a lot of the different Star Wars games were made by different groups, so I don't know. Like different studios and stuff. In which case, like, and also in different genres, like there's some things they can learn from other studios putting out Star Wars games, but also if it's a very different genre, like you're going from story-based RPG to a shooter, then there's only so many similarities that, or like similar lessons that they can take away to start with, even if they're thinking about it, you know? Okay, highlighted moments. I'm assuming that's either when she turns red or when she flaps away to do the, like, the wind rock tidal wave thing. You come to say hi? Yeah. Oh, Luca came to join us, a little sleepy cat. Winged Demon of the Canyon. Apt description. Employs trickery and versatility while soaring to dizzying heights and scouring the deepest crags. Thick armored hide makes her resistant to straight-on attacks. Certain areas may become vulnerable during combat. She's known to latch onto prey with a fierce grip, hoisting them into the air on her powerful wings. Huh. I'm pretty sure I dodged all of those. If she tried that on me, because I'm pretty sure I didn't get pulled into the air in that battle. So I guess I was doing something right? Don't know what, but I was doing something right, I guess. Hey, hello. Time's fun when you're having flies. Yeah, something like that. You think, huh? You just come to say hello? Let's go, says hi. Son says hi. Look at all those kitty faces in the chat. I should find a picture that I could make an emote of him sleeping. A sleepy kitty face emote. Trick is finding a picture that's clear enough that I can reduce it to emote size and have it still be like identifiable what it is. Thank you. Gonna help me fight this crazy owl bat? Let me try this fight one more time, because these guys have been sitting here and chatting patiently with me all this time. And we'll get you some dinner, okay? Just a few minutes? You want a lap in the meantime, little sleepy boy? He is. He's the cutest kitty ever. No offense to any other cat parents out there, you know I gotta be biased. Oh, you're not even gonna stay, are you? Hmm? It got better because people had to mod make certain powerful Jedi instances playable. Played with so many lightsaber wielding characters already. Oh, Disney wanted them to push the NRE trilogy content more. Eventually, the old trilogies were starting to get love, but EA stopped support for Battlefront 2. Gotcha. He's good. Fluffy as always. But otherwise, he thinks he's still a kitten. He's not. He's, well, I was going to say an old man. He's not really an old man yet. Not by indoor cat standards. He's a middle-aged man, though. He'll be 11 in May. Yeah. He doesn't know it, though. Oh, yeah. Glad you decided to hang out and show off your cute fluffiness to chat while I fight this owl bat thing. Creative General agrees. Players spamming the spider ability and stepping on my toes every few minutes. Beskar says meow. No comment, apparently. Sleepy cat. Okay. This time around, I need to focus more on, like, intentional target swapping. Every time I tried last time, it was just turning it on and off, and it seemed like the same place, but I was only half paying attention to, so... yeah, basically. And pull. I used slow a couple times, but I wasn't using pull, and that does make sense why that would work on a winged creature, honestly. Still not sure what those highlighted moments they're talking about are, but hopefully I will figure it out quickly.
And so it begins.
Thank you, Jay. Actually, I just remembered. All Yeah, maybe. But honestly, I'm not sure I want to use the force points on it, only because their tactical guide entry specifically told me that pull at the right time will stun her, and push might stagger her if I hold it long enough. But it feels like a potential waste of force points, I guess. If I know I can stun her with pull and it doesn't slow her down so I can hit her more, if that makes sense. As far as like efficiency of limited time goes. I don't know why that startled me. Damn it. I don't think those are the highlighted moments they're talking about. Yeah, I kind of wish I had focused more on the extended lightsaber throw earlier. Oof. Oop, whoops. Enchantment? Enchantment. Forever burned into my brain. Same. Nope, too far. I think that was... Damn it. I gotta figure out how to do something about those. Really, that wasn't the highlighted moment they were talking about either. The hell? Where are you going? Oh god.
I think it's gone.
I don't know about that. I don't trust it. Yeah, the saber cuts are really cool. I was trying. It's so big that it's really hard to move far enough to actually get out of the way.
You don't even know. I can make
Hey,
your hands
thank you.
clap. Said I can make your hands clap.
Ooh. And faster and on new types of wall surfaces. Cool. We shall see. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta make sure there's nothing to scan, as hesitant as I am to stay here. I was half expecting it to come back with, like, backup or friends. Something. I don't know. Oh, I'm dumb. I read LT twice and for some reason processed it as the bumper instead of the trigger. I think it was because they told me the button to press to climb. So I thought because they were telling me, it meant it was a different button. I don't know. This looks like Maul's brother. Yeah, it kind of does. Huh. Was Darth Maul like half Knight brother, half Sith? The Sith were, like, the species were red-skinned, right? Or race, or whatever you want to call them. You really do climb faster. Sweet. Speaking of Maul, anyone excited for the new show? I keep forgetting that it's coming out. I had heard about it. I keep forgetting I've heard about it. Born a Knight Bro, then became a Sith. Into Palpatine's training, of course. Interesting. The reason I said born half Sith was just because of the red skin. Because if I'm remembering correctly from what I was taught by chat about Star Wars lore, before the Sith were a group, they were a species with red skin. So I was thinking maybe that's where the red skin came from, since none of the Night Brothers I've run into were red skinned. And obviously, like, becoming a Sith by training doesn't turn your skin red automatically, right? There a few weeks ago, Mall Talk made me remember. I think I might have. I either saw the trailer, or I saw that there was a trailer and I bookmarked it to watch later. I don't remember which. I always get nervous about these squeezy things because it seems like a lot of times it leads into a trap. You read his Sith tattoos? Oh, on Maul? Or are you saying that the species of Sith were never red-skinned, and it was always tattoos? I guess on Maul that makes sense. Oh my god, I didn't get jumped. Woohoo! Where are we? Okay.
The strongest Night Brothers faced a rite of passage by venturing into the lair of this creature.
Rite of passage, those who survived were deemed worthy. Going through all of that, I would certainly hope so. All skin is red, the tattoos are black. There's some people in Star Wars with some latent Sith ancestry, though. Gotcha. Just gonna make your lap a little more level, okay? This chair is just at the height I usually have it at. It's just a teensy bit high. For my feet to rest on the floor, so I end up balancing on my tiptoes on the legs of the chair, which only works for so long to keep his nap spot stable. Gotta stabilize the nap spot, right? Yay. Guys, you realize what just happened? I only died once to that boss. That is a new record for me by like 17. I mean, to be fair, maybe it was an easier fight than the second and ninth sisters were meant to be. Like, maybe it was designed to be a little bit easier, but it was still a boss fight. And it was still, I think, the first boss fight, or the first non-optional boss fight that I've actually managed in under 17 or 18 tries. Something like that. Well, thank you. Getting good. Better anyway. And I'll take better. That's fine. Lump of Sacrifice. It sounds like a name out of Princess Bride. Like the Pit of Despair, Swamp of Sacrifice. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Our objective before was to find a way back to the ruins. It was the gloves, not the path. I got it. So we're headed up here now, which was the other fire lichen wall. Hold on, which way did I go? No? Interesting. It's not blue. It's colored like part of the terrain. Makes me think maybe it actually doesn't open? Oh, hold on. Somehow I failed to notice the giant yellow wall right behind me.
Stay low, buddy. Don't let it hit you.
It regained health. How did it regain health? Just keep climbing. Just keep climbing. Just... What? Oh, I guess that was canonical. Wait, maybe not. I'm a little confused what just happened. Fight was too short. I suspect a return engagement. That's what I was saying. That's why I was so suspicious when it left. Playing Frogger with the falling thingies, I think. Frogger was probably not...
We're gonna die! No!
You keep stabbing, Cal. I mean... Are we about to learn a new skill? Force falling? Oh. Wait, where am I supposed to be aiming for?
Here we go again!
Okay.
Whoa, wait!
Nope. I'm really bad at falling, apparently. Got him. Uh-oh.
You ready, BD? Jump! I don't know how
Push.
we're gonna get down from this. It's a long drop. Jump again? Okay, I trust you.
He's a little daredevil.
Ah!
Oh. I thought I was gonna get first try that time. I'm clinging to this trigger button just as desperately as I'm sure he's clinging to the owl bat. Did he stab it? I mean, midair probably wouldn't have been the most advisable time, but...
You okay?
Holy shit, that was insane.
Yeah, I'm great. Wish I could say the same for this creature, though.
Hang on, we've got new... Holy shit. Bungee jumping without a bungee? Yeah, really. No parachute, terrible. It was questionable strategy. I didn't see him stab the thing, but it seemed to spontaneously die midair, and I can only assume that that was the Jedi. Sure, there's one dead Jedi that tried to force push at the last second while falling. Yeah, probably. Probably. Fallen Order has a very good map. Falls apart when backtracking. Yeah. Oh man, some of their maps are really cool though. The forest in Kashyyyk, like climbing up through the origin tree. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Coolest map possibly ever. Nearly made it to the next tomb when they were ambushed by Night Brothers. Yep. The two were safe. They were forced to wander through the dangerous Dathomirian swamps. They were once again found by the Night Sister Marin, who began raising undead Night Sisters to attack them as they traveled. Inside a dark cave, BD found climbing claws on a Night Brother corpse. Oops. Just as the dreaded Gorgara came home to roost. During the fight, Gorgara snatched them into an aerial battle, culminating in a crash that killed the bat-like beast. He probably stabbed the bad thing. Probably.